Hey interwebs, it's JackitK, and welcome back to the chronological tellings of Sonic Adventure. Last time on this wacky journey, Froggy became a big deal in the plot of the game. We knew he had his Chaos Emerald, but apparently Froggy interacted with Chaos and somehow took his tail in the process, and now Eggman wants the tail back because despite the fact it has nothing to do with the plot up to this point, apparently it was a huge power source of Chaos that was needed on top of the Chaos Emeralds. So now Gamma's been assigned to get Froggy, and Gamma currently has Froggy. Knuckle sold Gamma, conveniently right when he needs a way to pursue Eggman himself. So in a nutshell, we have a wild goose chase with the majority of the cast over a frog. I'd go as far as to say we have a wild toad chase on our hands. Now, to divert attention away from that horrible joke, isn't it great to just fly/glide all the way across the map? You could do it with Tails, but it's so much more glorious to do with Knuckles.
Just what I thought. Time to make a house call.
Rolling around at the speed of sound. Got places to go, gotta follow my... Wait, that's the wrong game. Still, I am rushing quite a bit. It's almost like I've done this about 10 times already and just wanted to get it done with. But why would that be the case? Anywho, we got that monkey over there we can't do anything about. But I pretty much want to say screw it. All we gotta do is get over that gate. The wall's not even that high, Sonic just barely jumps over it. But they actually fought this one out, those crafty developers. All the things they didn't bother to put into the game, they managed to put an invisible wall just so conveniently where we need to go.
This is the ancient light. Try the light speed dash toward the enemy. With this, you can now do the light speed attack.
Thankfully, that light speed dash was ever so conveniently right where we needed it to be. Sadly, we won't be getting much use out of this attack. Right now is probably the only time I ever need to use it, and I'm pretty sure in most playthroughs, the only time I ever use it. I'll showcase it off a little bit more in the level though. So here's how the attack works. You charge it up like the light speed dash, you get near a bunch of enemies, and in Fury, they all die. In Fury! I guess you could argue that you can at least destroy enemies while you're charging up, but I get the feeling we could do that since we got the light speed dash. Ever since then, I should say. Sorry about that pause, just had to make sure that I didn't actually drop frames. I was pretty paranoid about that for this particular level. For some reason. Hint hint. Now, before I skip the entire level, one thing I really like about the level is just how much freedom there is to it. There's a bunch of different paths, and you can take all kinds of dumb shortcuts like this, and you know you're not just glitching out the game, because they didn't have to put all those rewards up there. They're rewarding you for going out of the ordinary path. And there's quite a few spots like that where there's either multiple paths, or I feel like it's really easy to pull off. I wouldn't say glitch, but technical trick. Man, this track is really solid. You thought I was going to use the Lightspeed attack there, didn't ya? Just kidding. That was kind of my personal reminder to talk to you guys about the whole Lightspeed attack. Now, I mostly just find myself homing attacking things because oftentimes you have to do homing attacks in chain in order to cross obstacles anyway, so I don't find the Lightspeed attack too useful. A lot of times you can just homing attack and be just as useful. If I were to do a Lightspeed attack in that area, I'm pretty sure I would have fallen to my demise. Now, this is my favorite part of this level. You could take those monkey bars, and that's what you're supposed to do. But as you just saw, you can either walk up the wall, which is kind of glitchy, or just barely clip the side like that. Have I said enough yet how much I love it when games let you do things outside the typical path, whether it be intentional or not? Actually, especially when it's unintentional. I feel a little bad I talked over most of that first part. I was intending to let you guys listen to a bit more of it, but alas, I had a lot to talk about. I suppose I can make up for it by letting you guys listen to this soundtrack. Even though it's inferior, it's got its own charm to it. Nope, screw those guys, they're not even worth destroying. I'd probably just lose my shield or my rings in the process. I never got that prison area. This is supposed to be like some sort of secret base for Dr. Eggman where he keeps his prisoners. Actually, that's a bit more dark of a thought than I was tending to have today, so maybe just never mind. Oh man, that was fun. Alright, we're coming up to the moment of truth. Can I land on the capsule? Yes, it only took about maybe 3 times, including failed recordings, to pull that off, but I'm so glad I got it on film. I mean, first try! Awesome, I can't believe it.
Yeah, not bad. Ready to roll, champ? Let's go! Roger!
Okay, quick confession time. I actually like Tails' version of this cutscene better, and if we weren't already on Sonic's story, I would totally include that one instead. Just figured it would make a smoother transition to go this route. Essentially what I like though is on top of acknowledging that Tails is okay, he also compliments his plane. After acknowledging that it's a different looking plane. That's all. I think it's about time to cut back to the inside of the egg carrier now. Don't you agree?
This frog's the one we want. No, here's the real one. My frog is the right one.
Ah, dummies, 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 dummies! None of you got the right one. We must find the frog with Chaos's tail. That same frog has also swallowed a Chaos Emerald. worthless hunks of junk! Be gone! You will get a new assignment. This one's easy. Go to the room through that last door. Once there, you'll find a girl and a bird. Just get me that bird. Now, go!
Is this the one? This is the wrong room.
Oh boy, it's time. It is time. The minigame we all loved so much the first time around. It's a back. And it's a back with vengeance. And just like the first time it appeared, you have to play through it with both Sonic and Tails. At least if you're playing through all the stories like I am. Sky Chase is probably the strongest point towards the fact that you're not supposed to play through the games to as close of chronological order as possible. Mostly just because of the fact no one should have to play through Sky Chase twice in a row. Not just that, but play through it twice in a row, 2 times in an entire playthrough. Now, don't get me wrong, it is harder this time, you actually have to try. I'm not saying you didn't have to at least move your character around, like a certain part of Sonic 06. Jeez, I really got something in my throat today. I should get it checked out. Long story short, there's a lot more obstacles, so if you can get a head start on getting those bombs, it'll save you a lot of time in the long run. That's why I'm just moving myself all over the map, just looking for a perfect opportunity to clip something in my homing shot that I normally wouldn't be able to get.
So far, so good.
Hope you know what you're doing.
You bet. Watch this. Transforming now. Let's do it.
Okay, I think I met the partially commentated versus fully commentated quota. Back to the talking. Fun fact, I've actually died in Sky Chase 2 before. Granted, I'm sure I'm gonna get mocked just for saying that, but my point being, yes, this is harder than the first Sky Chase, and you do gotta actually try. A solid recommendation I find for this sort of thing though is the bombs. You might have a hard time getting rid of the machines with the homing shots because they're always spawning bombs. But a tactic I found that's fairly useful is to actually use your regular shots in combination with homing shots, using your regular shots to make sure you don't get hit since they're always in front of your plane, and then using the homing shots to get rid of the main dispenser. And here comes the fun part. All I gotta do is stay in the center, center left or center right, to avoid the laser and just keep tapping A, and it dies. I may have just got lucky because it's not the most consistent strategy, but that laser can only hit you if you're hanging out in the center, so as long as you stay to the left or right when it shoots the laser beam, you should be A-okay. And eventually you'll figure out how to destroy it.
Coming in tight.
Tails, we gotta land on the egg carrier.
Oops. We got a problem here.
What now?
I forgot to put in the landing gear.
Whoa! Wow, this thing is really huge.
No time to gawks on it. We gotta find Amy.
You're right, pal. Let's get busy.
Now, calm down. What do you want?
Hand me the bird.
Nope.
Quietly hand over the bird.
No, never.
Why not?
I don't need to tell you anything. You tell me why you want it now.
Does not compute.
You don't even know? I know you might hurt us both. Please, Mr. Robot. Won't you help us, please?
Insufficient data. You have feelings for something you know nothing about. Illogical.
I pity you. Love is not part of your programming. You are missing something good. Hey, Birdie, come back here.
Go. Escape.
Well, what? You sure?
It's dangerous here. Hurry. We'll be at the Mystic Ruins base soon.
You're really nice. You're different from the other robots. You've got a soft spot inside your metal frame. If you want, we can be friends, okay?
I did skip the part of the gameplay where you have to walk into this area as Gamma, but between the lack of other doors to go through and the fact that in Amy's story you do skip right to this scene, I figured I could get away with this. when we're leaving here as Amy, I'll show you where you would head into as Gamma. Just reverse the order. So, in the next episode, we're going to try to escape from the egg carrier as Amy. And if we got the time, we may even catch up with our favorite purple cat. Tentative on favorite. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and hope to see you on the next edition. Take care.